Well, it seems that I was right. Fire Emblem, or the collaboration between Fire Emblem and Atlus, the Shin Megami Tensei series, Tokyo Mirage FE remake for the Nintendo Switch has totally failed. It is one of the worst selling games on the Nintendo Switch platform, with a total sales of 18,000 in the first week versus its original Wii U uncensored version that had a tally of 38,000 sold in its first week. So basically, like I said, Japanese fans are gonna fight back. They're not going to take this bending over. They actually did it. You know, they said, hey, look, Nintendo, we're not going to take your goddamn censorship. And you know, the surprising part is it's not selling on a booming console like the Switch in Japan. Usually most first-party games in Japan for the Nintendo Switch do tend to sell a lot. So they missed the boat here. A niche game with a niche fan base that actually has taste in games responded and rejected the censored version of the game. I made a video about this a few months ago stating, you know, like, the Japanese fans actually went out of their way on Amazon.co.jp to buy the Wii U version and show Nintendo that they don't want censorship. But you know what? Nintendo doubled down and it released the game anyway. And it was censored for the Switch in Japan and overseas in the Americas, Europe, and the rest of Asia. So if you go to the Amazon.co.jp webpage, you're going to find literal boomers, you know, posting positive reviews about the game when you got guys, you know, that are actually reviewing the game based on what it is and the notion of censorship and how shitty of a port it was. Let's not place emphasis only on the censorship. It was a bad port, and it was also censored. So the boomers are writing positive reviews, paid reviews for it, okay? And then you got the realists, you know, the guys that are actually talking about it, how it is, it's censored, and it's a shitty port. So I didn't buy this game. I bought it for the Nintendo Wii U to prove a point, and we did. And it looks like right now, you know, Nintendo was also not clear when they were telling people, hey, will it be censored? Will it be censored? And Nintendo was like, derp, we don't know. They were very vague about it, and you know, they were doing that so people would put in their pre-orders. But luckily, you know, we were able to spread the news. I even had a Japanese fan tell me that, no, we don't want censorship, we don't want anything, on the comment on one of my previous videos about the subject. So I'm really happy, you know, this happened today. You know, it's -1 for censorship and +1 for us. But then, you know, I'd have to play the devil's advocate. I really do, considering that it is a niche franchise and it is a niche game. I'm sure that the people who do like the Shin Megami Tensei franchise or the Fire Emblem franchise did essentially purchase this the first time around on the Wii U. And then those type of people, you know, let's be honest here, they tend to buy double copies too. Sometimes, if the second copy is good, but that didn't happen here. But I still want to play devil's advocate. I still do. I'm like, maybe they said I already have a copy of this game, so I'm not going to buy another copy. You know, things are tight in Japan. The economy's not that great either. So, you know, there's also that. So yeah, that was just a piece of news here. A small piece of news for all you Nintendo uncensored fans. Let's you know, work our best to get the message across to Sony and Nintendo and tell them, hey, look, and even Steam, because Steam is acting really strange recently. Well, it has been for the past year or so, you know, starting with the Mortal Kombat thing and then just escalating versus the anime fan service games. So let's tell these people, you know, we don't want censored games. We play video games to escape our reality, okay? So we don't want politically fueled video games either. We don't want political propaganda every time we go to relax and unwind at the end of the day to play a video game. We don't want that. We want the full, uncensored, creative image that the author intended to place in the game. Whether it be an action-adventure game with tits flying left and right, or a gorific game with arms flying left and right, or a hentai game with boobs bouncing left and right. We want the full picture. We want the full idea that the author, the creator, the content creator had in mind. This was HentaiHappy. Thank you for watching and listening to my podcast. There was one instance where I did double down for a video game. Double dip, I mean. And that was for Final Fantasy X and X-2. At first, I got it for full price of $49.99 or $59.99 for the remake of that game for the PS3, and then Square Enix had the gall to give me the goddamn remake again on the PS4. So I swore to myself, you know what? I'm not gonna buy it for the PS4. Fuck you for re-releasing it. That's when I got tired of re-releases. And then a few months later, I noticed it in a value bin at something like a Target. And I was like, oh, it's 200 yen. Might as well buy it. And I did. But that's because I wanted to test the PS4 versus the PS3 for hardware purposes. Not exactly experiencing the game. But I did get it again. And it was at a huge discount. And you know what? It's still $29.99 elsewhere right now. And, you know, it's a good experience if you haven't played the second one, which I hadn't when I got it for the PS3. So I couldn't take the second one on the PS2 for some reason. You know, X2, X-2. Anyways, yo, these were just bonus thoughts. Take it easy. Have a hentai happy day.